بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you are fine and everything is under control. I'm very happy to be with you again, and I'm trying to cover, the remaining parts of the grammar points in Unit 15, that's Lesson 2, Drought in East Africa. And here we are talking actually about, despite and in spite of. So, have you ever come across despite and in spite of? I just want you to think for a while about these two words, and then we're going to do the point which is on page 123 and workbook page 91, exercise number 3 only. Okay, so let's go to I would like you to watch this video, which is from the British Council.org, which is org, and whenever, gentlemen, we find org which is an indication that this website is a non-profit website, so it is from the British Council. I just want you to watch the video, and after we watch the video, I think you will be able to have at least some knowledge about despite and in spite of, as well as although. So here the lesson, as you can see, we are talking about in spite of, despite, and although. These three words are all used to show contrast and are used for the same meaning, contrast. So please focus on the word contrast, contrastive, but the opposite. Okay, see, a contrastive situation or position are used for the same meaning. The only difference is the way they are used, the structure in which they are used. In spite of and despite are placed in front of a noun or a pronoun. What do we mean by that? Let's check this example. You see, we had a great time in spite of the rain, or we had a great time despite the rain. You see, what comes after in spite of or despite of? The rain. And what is the part of the speech of the word rain here? The rain is a noun, isn't it? It is a noun. So can we change the order of the sentence with having the same meaning? In spite of the rain, comma, we had a great time, or despite the rain, we had a great time. So the same in meaning. We've just changed the word order. So we started with the dependent clause and so on. So on the other hand, when we are talking about although, the same meaning, it is used for contrast, but it is used in front of a subject and a verb. So, what comes after it? A subject phrase, a verb phrase. As you can see in these examples, we had a great time although it rained. Look at it rained. What comes after although? It is a subject, which is a subject pronoun. It rained is a verb. Another example. Let's check. Although he studied very hard, we change the order, comma, although he, subject, studied very hard, he still didn't pass the exam. So now I want you to go to your book, page 123. So rewrite the sentences using the structures in brackets. This is an instruction. You see, rewrite exercise number 4. There are 5 sentences, right? Number 1 is given as an example. Although they were hungry, the children managed to sleep. Use despite, verb in ing form, which is gerund. As you can see, it is given as an example. Despite being hungry, the children managed to sleep. Number 2. Although there is a severe drought, Sabriya and her family have some water to drink. Change this sentence by using in spite of that should be followed by a noun phrase. How can you do it? Possible answers. Number 1 is given, as I have said, as an example. Despite the being hungry, so despite, then we've got, being, be. So here we've got although there is. So is the present form of verb to be, right? If we want to change it into a noun, so we need to take, the original part of the verb, which is be, and then we add ing. Despite being hungry, so the children managed to sleep. Number 2, although there is, or there were, number 2, in spite of a severe drought, so we're told to use, in spite of, as you can see, that's here, in spite of severe drought, and then you complete the remaining part of the sentence. Number 3, although she doesn't go to school at the moment, so use despite, and then we need negative, despite not, and then we need to use go and put it in ing form. Despite not going to school, Sabriya hopes to retain in the future. Number 4, although they have these problems, in spite of, and then use a pronoun. So these problems are supposed to be changed into a pronoun. Let's see it together. In spite of them, or of this situation, of them refers to the problems, okay, or this to the situation, they remain positive, still they are hopeful, And finally, number 5, although they work hard, so use despite ing form. Despite, then you've got the verb work. What you are going to do with work, you add ing, right? Let's try. Despite working hard to look after the animals, there's nothing people can do when there is no rain. Now these are the possible answers. Let's go to the workbook, page 91, exercise number 3. Exercise number 3, workbook. So the instruction says, rewrite the sentences using the structures in brackets. Complete them in an appropriate way. And normally, number 1 is given as an example. It shows, the way that how you can do it. Although she had very little money, she always, let's see. Despite having very little money, she always gave donations to charity. Wow, she's very generous, very human. 2, although there were serious floods, the rescue services managed to, okay, we see together. Let's try possible answers or example answers. Number 1, as I have read it before. Let's see number 2. In spite of serious floods, the rescue services managed to get everyone to safety. How many sentences are left? I think 3 and 4, right? So it is your turn now to do as a homework. Complete the remaining part of the exercise, please. Thank you for listening and for following. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Don't go outside. Don't forget the personal space and social distance, so that we can reduce placing ourselves in danger or exposing ourselves to this curse, this الوباء أو البلاء. نسأل الله أن يحفظنا جميعا إن شاء الله. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Thank you for listening and for following. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Don't go outside. Don't forget the personal space and social distance, so that we can reduce placing ourselves in danger or exposing ourselves to this curse, this الوباء أو البلاء. نسأل الله أن يحفظنا جميعا إن شاء الله. Thank you for your time. See you next time.